everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Struther.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New man losing so fine. Kirk Cousins. Woo!
All right. I am Janae Struther.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that's Let's Talk Football. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with my guy, man. I'm here with the family, the man that's doing it that I learn from every single day, my man, Anthony Handy, Uncle Shay Shay. What up, Anthony Handy? How you feeling, baby?
Hey, what's good, man? What's good? Look. I hope you got them hip waders on, because you every day. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Much love. I appreciate that.
You already know, man. You already know. I got to show love. I got to give the excitement. I got to bring some joy. You know.
Oh, we gonna have joy. We gonna have joy like Prince Akeem at the rally. Joy. I'm very happy to be here.
Exactly.
Man, you got people gonna be inviting me to weddings talking about, Lord, we done ran out of wine. Well, normally I don't do this, but go ahead, keep the party going.
Don't hurt him, man. Come on, don't do it. I like that. Yo, I got shout out my guy, man. Anthony Handy, man. Founder of Zagnif Productions, man. Got his thing going on. He's got the Ball Pit podcast. We're going to talk about those things, no doubt, later on. Yo, he's got a shoe line that's out.
AliveShoes.com. New shoes is hot.
Yo, give us a little something, man. I know you got your feet in a lot of different things, baby. What's going on? What you got going on?
Okay, so Pete, I'm gonna go back a ways. I originally hailed from Savannah, Georgia. Joined the military, wound up stationed in Northern Virginia, right outside of DC. Right before I came to DC, got into the karaoke business. Rolled that over when I got to the DC area. Up until 3 years ago, when I moved out here to Oklahoma City, I was very heavy in the karaoke business. I worked all over the DMV. Matter of fact, me and you have been rapping for about 6 months before we found out we had crossed paths at one of my venues in Herndon at the Ned Divines. I write and produce my own music. I've gigged with your boy Brandon and GP Vibe. I used to gig with them. And then earlier this year, I got the idea. It's like, well, I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing a couple of podcasts. Yeah. I'm working on some stuff for designing some shoes. I got a little bit of merch. So why don't I go ahead and get the company going? So I took my stage name, Mr. Fingers, pulled the Oprah, put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It's film it if it fed, yeah, nipple. Oh no, film it if it fed, yeah, nipple. So I did that. So I changed the name from Fingers to Zagnif. So Zagnif Productions LLC. Hey, what's good, Nathan? I see him.
What up, Nate?
Wait, let me pull the Sean. Let me pull the Sean real quick. Hey, wait a minute, hold on. Shout outs to my boy Nate. You can see my man Nate with us here on Let's Talk Football. Let's get it. Gotta get it.
Let's go. Yes. This is long overdue, man. That's why, man, I'm glad I got you on here. That's what's up.
So I decided. So I was designing. I found this site to let you design shoes, and if the design passes their design team, they'll let you market them and sell them. So I've got a line of shoes out. I created a shoe for each of my children. For my wife's youngest son, I got a shoe for my wife. I had a shoe for my mom's. That one I haven't gone public with it yet, but the Ma Duke special dropped back in June. My youngest son's shoe, the baby, what is it called? It's called the BDG, Baby Donald Glover, because when he was first growing the afro, he looked a lot like Donald Glover. Like if he took off his shirt if he took his shirt off and walked around going, "This is America," like for real. Like I'm not kidding.
Right.
But then he straightened his he straightened his hair. Now he look like Superfly. But we could Look, he walk in the kitchen. I mean, he come walk in the kitchen. I mean, I don't. And then he just look at me like, I don't even know what you're talking about, Dad. Like I had to pull up the picture. This is where my generational gap showed. Like, because Superfly was back in the 70s. I had to pull up the picture and show him. It's like, I don't even look anything like that. I don't have the picture up right now, and I don't have his permission to put it up on the internet. But I'm gonna show it to you after we get off, and I'm gonna tell me he don't look like Superfly.
All right, good. I want to see that. But that's funny though. It's funny that you mentioned that because I remember coming up, and you probably had the same experience. Our parents, they gave us all their stuff, all the old stuff. We knew Superfly, we knew all that. So if somebody said we looked like it,
we knew about Superfly, we knew about Lola Falana, we knew about Motown, we knew about Jesse, and before he was running for president, talk about our time has come. Before that, for so long they told us it was a light at the end of the tunnel. They never told us it was a train. Anyway, we knew about Jesse and the Civil Rights Movement and all that stuff. And now these kids don't know nothing, man. You put music on and the kids be like, who is this? I'd be like, that's Michael Jackson. That's not Michael Jackson. That's little Michael Jackson. He used to sing when he was little. He was singing since he was 5. You don't know. Never mind.
They don't know. You
just keep TikToking. Keep TikToking and doing what you do. It'll come back sooner or later.
They sit there and they hear a song. They said, "Oh, it's this." I said, "No, that artist covered it from this artist that had it, that originally played it." I'm like, "Come on now."
Two of the funniest things. It's funny you mentioned that. Two of the funniest things that I saw happen where that is concerned, when Missy Elliott was in the Super Bowl with Katy Perry, and Twitter blew up. Kids were like, "Y'all don't know who this Missy Elliott cat is, but she about to blow up." And I'm like, I'm like your boy that's doing the TikTok videos now. I'm like, Copy LaMaine, I think that's the Copy LaMaine or something like that. They're like, Missy been out since the 90s. Where you been? And then the other one was when Baby Got Back kind of had a little bit of a comeback, and people was like, yo, who's this dude singing this Nicki Minaj song? That's not how it go. Like,
they don't even know.
Like, that's where we are right now, my friend.
That is. That absolutely is where we are.
Like, okay, you're 20, and you don't recognize music from 30 years ago. Like, I grew up in I'm from Savannah, Georgia. Okay, Savannah, it's not as small as it used to be, but I grew up in Savannah was a small town. It didn't barely have a couple 100,000 people in it. And we had like 2 or 3 FM stations and a couple of AM stations. So I grew up listening to gospel. I knew about Loretta Lynn, Conway Twitty, George Jones.
Come on now.
I knew about Elvis, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. I knew about Patsy Cline, and then I knew about Motown, the Motown sound, the Philadelphia sound. I knew, you know what I'm saying? I knew about all of that, and the funk, and George Clinton, Parliament, Funkadelic, and Bootsy Collins and James Brown. Like, I knew all of that growing up.
Oh yeah.
And now these kids don't know anything that's not within a 2-year window.
No. They know samples of things that they've heard from it, but it's like they don't know the original. They know it after it's been played over and played over. It's bad. It's bad. But
it's funny to me. It's funny to me now listening to the radio and hearing something. Although I'm not even gonna lie to you, I don't listen to unless something gets uber hot. If something gets uber hot, then I'll peep. Yeah. Like if I hear Bruno is dropping something, I'm jumping on Bruno because Bruno got that sauce. But I don't listen to a lot of stuff. But then I'll hear something and I'll be able to just listen to it and go, okay, they got that sample from James Brown. They got that sample from Eric B. and Rakim. They got that sample from Bon Jovi. Oh, there's a little Michael Jackson thrown in right there.
Is this? And tell me if this is just me. Doesn't that make you want to go listen to the original?
Boom.
I don't want to listen to that. I want to listen to the original song because you know what I mean. That brings me back to where I don't know.
I mean, I throw this out there. There's a couple of collabs that the sample was perfect for the song. Like when SWV did the cover of the Mike Jackson Human Nature joint.
Oh yes,
that was on point. That was absolutely on point. That's probably the best one.
Yeah,
honestly, to tell you the truth, that's the best one.
And then did you hear it? And then they also had a remake with Wu-Tang came in there with it.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Wu-Tang RZA. I think Method Man was on that track and everything, man. I'll send that to you after the fact. That was a
Okay.
dope track. They
Okay.
brought that, and it was It was because it was that whole Human Nature thing, the Human Nature backtrack, and then it had them kind of remixed off of that, and it was hot. Oh
Two
yeah.
other remakes, and then we got to get in this football.
Oh yeah.
Two other remakes that really got me going. And ironically, both Michael Jackson. One of them is the Billie Jean Blackstreet remix of No Diggity, which is dope. It's No Diggity, but it's a Billie Jean remix. So they singing Billie Jean, but then the No Diggity hook is in there. And then the other one is there's this guy from, I want to say Eastern Europe. I don't want to misspeak where he's from, but his name is Peter Bentz, and he is a classically trained pianist, and he has done covers of Beat It, Human Nature, and he did a mashup of Smooth Criminal and Bad.
Oh wow.
And they all three of them are banging. I will link you to the videos.
Oh yeah,
as soon as we get done with the show.
For sure. Please do that. Please do that. But look, we got to get into football, man. We're here for football. We shout out to y'all that are watching. Nathan, we know you're watching. Ken, I think you're watching.
Man, you see me hang my head because now we got to talk about something that just
right.
made me
We got to
sad.
talk about. But look, but even before we do that, man, we talked about all the things you're doing, man. But I think the thing that I most know you as, what you're most famously known as somebody that you represent, that you actually went to the same school with.
Yes, sir.
My man over here, sometimes you might see him with Skip. Yeah. My man is Shay, so Uncle Shay is in the
yeah. Hey, Sean, we thank you for having us on the show.
Right.
My man Anthony called me up. We called him Marcus back in the day when he was in school. He used to walk around, always had on his shirt and tie. I saw him out there pledging with the Alphas doing the little 06 thing or whatever. I was too busy playing football, riding around the campus in the Benz that my brother Sterling bought me. But we ain't gonna talk about that because we used to go back over to the dormitory. The girls come over, we do a little something for do something. See, Club Shay been around for a long time, Sean. Just want to let you know that. Dawg, we used to have a good time. You couldn't tell me I wasn't doing big things on that campus, man.
Oh, I love that. Yo, so ladies and gentlemen, Shay, he gonna be in and out of here. But look, you know what I love about that, man? Because look, you a man after my own heart. I'm a man of your own heart. You went to Savannah State, HBCU.
Yes, sir.
I went to Virginia State, the Trojans. HBC. That's actually one of the first things me and Janae vibed on.
Wait a minute. That was y'all thing? Y'all used to publicly yell it out in public? Did y'all do that off campus or was that just an on campus thing?
I did that. I did that when I came back from school in Northern Virginia with all my other friends. I'd be like, Trojans. They're like, oh, cool. They didn't know. I didn't do that on campus. No.
I was gonna say, because you out somewhere like Cracker Barrel having dinner, you just yell out the Trojans. They'd be like, "What the hell?" We don't have any of that to put on your chicken, sir. I'm sorry. Is that a sauce? I don't understand what he's saying.
What is happening here? What? We definitely did, and you know what? And Anthony, we talked about it off camera, man. That there is another life. There's a lot of players that have come from these HBCUs, most notably a lot of the older guys. You have the William Lanier. You brought up my favorite, the guy that started me loving my Washington football team, my Washington Redskins. I'm old school. Mr. Doug Williams, January 31st.
Fresh. Doug Williams. The first African American quarterback to win a Super Bowl, and not just win, but win in convincingly. I watched that Super Bowl. They beat the dog snot out of the Broncos.
The brakes off them.
They beat the brakes off. I mean, he just stepped back in the pocket, and Doug had a cannon. That last touchdown was ridiculous. It's like I don't even remember who else. Just to tell you how far back that was, I don't remember who else was on that team other than the fact that No, I'm sorry. Shanahan was not the coach. Not the coach of the Redskins.
No,
I'm sorry. I knew who was on the Redskins team. I didn't know who was on the Broncos team. My bad. But yeah, Joe Gibbs was the coach, and Dexter Manley, and I remember those guys. But like Doug was the dude. Like, and like Doug Williams to this day probably does not have to pay for a meal or anything anywhere in the DC area. And he came from an HBCU. A lot of people don't realize Grambling University. Grambling's in, I want to say, Alabama,
Louisiana.
Grambling's in Louisiana. My bad. My bad. I'm thinking
definitely Louisiana under probably the greatest coach of all time in college football history.
Well, some people would argue you down on that, but let's just go ahead and say spit facts where the facts are. I don't know exactly what year it was, but it was somewhere in the last up until somewhere in the last decade. It
was recently, yeah.
He was the most winning coach in the history of Division I football, and his name was Eddie Robinson.
Eddie Robinson, yes, sir.
Eddie Robinson put a lot of boys in the league, or got guys good enough that they could get a look to at least get there. What they did when they got there was on them. But Grambling, I put it like this. Grambling, I don't want to make that type of comparison, but Grambling was the Alabama of HBCU football programs.
Yeah.
Like there was a time when you had, don't get me wrong, you had your Savannah States, your Lucy Laney's, your Morris Browns, and all of that. But Grambling was up here, and everybody else was chasing because Eddie Robinson had he was on a whole different level. Yeah. He coached. He probably might have coached a little longer than he should have, but the legacy that he left behind. Even Doug went down there and couldn't do nothing with it. How you follow behind Coach Robinson?
You can't. Well, you can't. You can't. It's like the Joe Paternos and the Bobby Bowdens, which everybody knows about. But you have Eddie Robinson, and if you look at the list of guys that he brought into the league and mentored, Doug Williams for me is enough. But you got guys that came into the league and then followed, and he followed them in and helped them out. Eddie Robinson was the epitome of coaching. And because of the HBCU, because he went to an HBCU, unfortunately, in my opinion, didn't get his just desert. He's in the Hall of Fame, he's all that, but it took too much time.
Right. Right. And a hard act to follow. That's just like when Vince Dooley retired, it took almost 2 decades for Mark Richt to come along. When Bear Bryant retired, Alabama kind of languished. Gene Stallings had a little bit of success, but then they got rid of him. Now you got Saban. When Saban retires, it's going to be a long. I'm going to say that I think it's going to be a long time before Alabama is at that level again. They might get there. He's got a whole lot of proteges out there coaching, but Eddie Robinson was head and shoulders. Head and shoulders. We mentioned Shannon Sharp. I used to see Shannon Sharp in the student center on campus, and playing pool, talking about the same. Listen, Shannon Sharp is the exact same. All of y'all talking about, oh, he talked too much and he do yada yada yada. Shannon Sharp was like that back in 1990 when he was on campus at Savannah State. He been like that. Talk smack to people on the pool table. Go ahead, shoot that 8. You gonna miss it. It's gonna bounce right off. Look at. Watch. I told you he was gonna miss that. Let me go ahead and shoot this. Good game, brother. Good game. He been like that. But he went to a HBCU. As a matter of fact, 6 degrees of separation. I pledged Alpha Phi Alpha on campus at Savannah State. My line brother, his father was the coach of the football program. William Robert Davis Sr. should be at least at the absolute least in whatever Hall of Fame it is for D1, D2. He should be. He coached Shannon Sharp, put him in the league. He coached another dude named Ernie, I want to say Diggs. I can't remember his last name. He wound up getting drafted by Coach Davis, put about 3 or 4 guys in the league before he retired. Yes, sir, he did. A couple guys from Savannah State. Yeah. And so, and then you've got, of course, when you talk HBCUs, now we kind of go drift off football because this particular school is not necessarily known for their football program, but they are we can't mention HBCUs without mentioning the Mecca, the first HBCU in the United States, Howard University.
Yes, sir. Yes,
right in the nation's capital, and the number of prestigious people from business and education and politics and entertainment that have come from Howard University. The number, matter of fact, I was just talking to a friend of mine today. He's on the alumni, he's part of the Alumni Association. Howard University, because of Kamala Harris being elected vice president, this year posted the highest number of applications in the existence of the school. They got 30,000 plus applicants.
Oh, wow.
And my niece wants to go there, so she's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to talk to her, tell her get us stuff together.
Right.
But seriously, you got Kamala Harris, you got Thurgood Marshall, Andrew Young. Who else we talk about? Chadwick Boseman, Wakanda Forever, Taraji P. Henson, Paula J. Walker, I think went to Howard. Diddy. Diddy was just the guy throwing parties on campus, and now he's
look at him.
I'm sorry, he was just Sean Combs back then.
Sean,
when he was Sean, he was throwing parties on campus. Now he's Diddy. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and a lot of these schools have these mottos that if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. As a matter of fact, Savannah State, one of the educators there who was the president of the school said, you can get anywhere from here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nathan, Shy, the group Shy. Matter of fact, who also are fraternity brothers of mine. Matter of fact, I was online at Savannah State the same time that Shy was online at Howard.
There we go.
And they got the name. They got the name for the group from one of their pledge brothers. That was his line name. His line name was Shy. They was like, "Yo, can we?" And he's like, "Yeah, go ahead." And he's like, "I should have asked for some money." Yeah, but I mean, Hampton University, just off top of my head, Wanda Sykes, because Wanda graduated from Hampton. Morehouse University. Morehouse University. It goes without saying. We know who Morehouse's premier alumnus is. I have a dream today that one day my 4 little children will be judged, will live in a world where they are judged by the content of their character, and not the color of their skin. I have a dream today.
Hallelujah.
The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King from Morehouse. And then you want to talk Morehouse men? We could talk about Spike Lee. We could talk about Mr. What's in Your Wallet, Samuel L. Jackson. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So the HBCUs, there's such a rich history of what they bring to the table. Okay, Nate chiming in there talking about Hillman.
Nate. Right. What are you doing?
Probably the most famous fictional HBCU in Hillman College, product of a different world. Yeah, because of the Cosbys. And we wanted Denise to go where she decided, but she decided she was going to Hillman, where Claire and I attended when we were young undergraduates. And I would say to her, "Do you want to dance?" And she was like, "No." And so I wandered back to my room, which is where I wanted to be in the first place. Hillman, Mission, Hillman, Mission College from School Days, Truth College from Step Up. No, Stomp the Yard. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's a culture, man. It is its own. It is a subculture of African American culture, and a goodly amount of prominent African American businessmen, educators, blah blah blah, in this country came right from HBCUs.
Oh yeah,
without
a doubt. Without a doubt. I love that. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you love that, man, if you were listening there, there's so much out there. And I like we both went to HBCUs, and there's still so much more that we can bring to you. So much that the mainstream hasn't seen. So check that out. We're going to be bringing up a new podcast coming in. We talked about it in the background. I'm bringing it out today. It's still in the works. Tales from HBCU, talking about our experiences, talking about the lifestyle, the different dynamics of coming from an HBCU and then coming into the mainstream world. It's different. Sometimes a culture shock, but it is so nice. And there's a whole different, just like Anthony alluded to, a whole different camaraderie, a whole different culture, a whole different aura about it. Just in between classes, standing on, just walking back, and just seeing the cars. Just
I will give you this snippet, and then we really got to get. We've been 25 minutes. We haven't even touched football yet.
I know. Look, but the chemistry's good, man. We going back and forth.
Absolutely. I remember as a small child, like going to Savannah State was almost my destiny. You understand what I'm saying? Because my father graduated from Savannah State in 1968. My mother graduated from Savannah State in 1969. My parents would take me on that campus every year in the fall for football games and homecoming. And that was my first exposure to the HBCU marching band and the drum majors, and the band and just the spirit of the football and seeing everybody come back and going up on the campus. And that was my first time seeing the plot, the Alpha Phi Alpha plot with they had the black iron seats with the brass letters in them. Oh, our plot is we got a banging plot, bro. We got a banging plot. So it is literally black and gold. It's black iron seats with the Alpha Phi Alpha and then the chapter letters on the outside in brass. And the neophytes have to go out there, polish the brass up, make it look real nice. And just meeting everybody was out there. And then my mom started working at Savannah State. So she would pick me up from school in the afternoon because Savannah State wasn't that far from school I went to. She'd pick me up in the afternoon and then take me with her on campus. And I'd go in the study hall with the college students and do my homework. So then everybody on that campus knew me, all the professors, all of that and everything. So I graduated high school. I went off. Now, you see I got Georgia on. I love my dogs. I love my Tigers. Don't get me twisted. I love my Tigers, but I love my dogs too. So I went off my freshman year at the University of Georgia. And let me tell you, while it was a memorable experience, I will say this. I was a number because I remember having an entomology class, study of insects. I was in a classroom with like 80 or 90 other kids. I came from a high school where it was like 20 kids to a class. I'm sitting with 80 or 90 other kids. Professor wouldn't even know if he was there or not. They passed the roll. Like he wouldn't know until he checked the roll sheet. And I had a partner of mine who used to sign me in. So, the smallest class I had my freshman year was music appreciation. And that was about 15 to 20 kids. So, but I just felt like a number. You know what I mean? I knew the kids in the dorm, but I felt like a number. So I didn't do so well my freshman year. I was on academic probation. I own it. I goofed off. I partied. I chased a few women, So while I was on academic probation, I had to go to another school to get my grades up. So I applied at Savannah State, let them know I was on academic probation. And this folks still working at Savannah State that knew my parents. So they was like, well, he should have come here in the first place. Why he go all the way out there? I had no problem. Look, had no problem. Got enrolled. And then when I got out there, I found out some of the same damn professors that taught my parents was still out there teaching. So they knew that. So it was no. I had no cut cards. You understand what I'm saying? None. Zero.
They knew you were.
So all the professors knew who you were. If you missed the class, they called your house, or you missed the class, and then they saw you on the yard. It's like, oh, I see you was missing from my class, but you out here on the yard talking to so and such a girl. The lady in the cafeteria. If you didn't have no money, she'd be like, you ain't coming to get lunch today. Well, I ain't had no money, Miss Pat. Child, come on in here. Go fix that boy a chicken and egg sandwich real quick. Like it was like that. You understand?
Family. It was family.
It's one huge family. I do not know where anybody I went to University of Georgia with is, except for my one homeboy from Savannah, who also pledged Alpha Phi Alpha the same time at UGA, same time I pledged at Savannah State. He's the only cat from Savannah State that that went to UGA that I don't know where my roommate is. I can't find. I don't talk to none of them cats. I got folks on social media and my phone. We still check on it. We are like family. We check. Right. You go on Facebook and say having a hard day. SSU family's on it. Yo, you good family? You need anything?
Quick.
Hey,
right. Quick.
You know what I mean? It's I'm not. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking a big school. If you go to a big school and make your way at a Harvard and a Yale or a Georgia or University of Tennessee or University of Alabama, that's all for you.
Do it.
I had my coming of age at an HBCU.
Yep.
And then for me, growing up, I went to a private school that was. I was in a small number. Okay. And then I went to a high school that the racial demographic was a little bit more even, but it wasn't like, I still had church. I still had family. But like my experiences outside of the house and outside of my safe spaces were very mixed. So being at Savannah State was the first time in my life that I had an experience outside of my safe space that I was with, with a full African American, like people understood. If I said to somebody, man, I'm having a hard day, blah, 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 they knew what I was talking about. They weren't looking at me sideways. Now, so, that helped flesh out who I would eventually become as a person. So I wouldn't trade those experiences at Savannah State for nothing, man. Not a thing. Now, we gonna save that. Y'all just got to preview your tales from the HBCU. Coming soon.
Yo, coming soon. We got the commercial coming out to you. Check them out. Check those commercials out. They will be coming. And look, and they're going to be coming a lot. They're going to be coming right there. We're going to flood the market with it, man. We're going to saturate the market. People are telling us we oversaturating good. I want them to be like Kevin Hart. I want them to always know the name, baby. What's up?
Sean, hold on a second. You don't want to oversaturate the market, Paisan. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to overcook the cannoli. You understand what I'm saying? Otherwise, the stuffing won't stay in it. You get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Hey,
we just give them a little bit of it. Give them a little bit at a time. Give them something, just a little enough to keep them hungry. You know what I mean?
Just nibble of it. Just nibble. I like that.
I'll talk to Tommy Two Thumbs. We'll put the thing together. We'll make it happen.
Yo, shout out to my man. Yo, and listen.
Let's go.
Games. It's been fun. It's been exciting. It's been great. But now let's get into the meat of it. Ladies and gentlemen, my man, Anthony Handy, bless his heart, is a diehard Atlanta Falcons fan.
And I've been questioning that loyalty a lot lately. I've been questioning my allegiance to that flag for a long time.
Brother, you've dealt with some things over the last couple years. You dealt with some things. I don't even want to do this to you, but ever since the 28-3, it's been rough.
Bro, it's been rough. Look, that was. Hold on. Let me make sure that you understand.
Go ahead and clear that out. Go ahead, let's go.
It's been rough before that. How about let's talk about 2010, 13-3. First round bye. Knocked out of the playoffs by the New York Giants. Let's talk about 2011. I think they went either 12-4 or 11-5. Didn't have a first round bye, but they didn't have to play a play-in game in the wild card. Bounced out of the first round by the Green Bay Packers. Then it was just a downhill slide from there. Then they picked up Tony Gonzalez and things started picking up. They picked up Julio Jones. They gave Roddy somebody to be on the other side of the field. Run up and down the field with. So everybody wasn't keying on Roddy because they were burning Roddy up, man. And then a couple more seasons later, there was this fella out of Kansas City said, well, I'm a free agent. I guess I'll go. You know what? I kind of like them cats in Atlanta. I'm going to go see what they talk about. Brought Tony Gonzalez in the house.
Ooh, woo.
So now you had the best tight end in the league at the time. Well, yeah, you had the best tight end in the league at the time. Yeah. One of the best, because I'm not going to take nothing away from Unc, because I think Unc was still playing.
Yeah.
Or maybe he had just retired. But you got one of the best tight ends in the league coming and looking to rejuvenate his career, maybe get that ring, maybe be that last piece of the puzzle to get Atlanta to the promised land. You got Roddy White, who even though he got some mileage on him, is still one of the most dangerous receivers in the NFL. And you got Julio Jet Jones. Defenses didn't know which way to look.
Yeah.
And I believe that year, if I'm looking right, if I remember it correctly, That year, oh my God, the Falcons went 13-3, something like that. Matter of fact, we're gonna jump into Matt Ryan. We'll talk about him again in a second. 2012 season, Matt Ryan was good Lord. Matt Ryan in 2012, 422 completions out of 615 attempts for 4,719 yards. Statistically speaking, his second best season of his career. Yeah. And they still were not able to make it happen. So then I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't even paying attention the season they went to the Super Bowl. I was working so much at the post office, I used to never get to watch games. Yeah. Because number one, I wasn't paying for what's the thing? The pay-per-view. What was the thing?
For what? Football?
I wasn't paying for NFL Network or whatever it is. So
NFL Network. Yeah.
I wasn't paying for that, so I could watch
Zone, NFL Red Zone.
I wasn't paying for that, and so the only time I got to see Falcons games is if they were playing somebody in the NFC East, or if the then Redskins had already played and they were the 3:00 game. Then I got to see them. Right. So what wound up happening is DirecTV. There you go. That's what I was thinking about, because you could pull up any game on DirecTV. I wasn't paying for that. So I was working for the post office. I was generally out renting Amazon packages on Sunday. I was not even paying attention until one of my coworkers was like, yo, your boy's in the NFC Championship. And I was like, for real?
Like what?
Like I did not get to watch a single game that season. I was like, say word, okay. So I sat down and watched the NFC Championship game thinking they were gonna lose.
Right.
I think I fell asleep. I found out I did fall asleep. I found out the next morning they were going to Super Bowl. I was like, word, okay. This is it right here. The first Super Bowl they went to when they played the Broncos, I was not expecting them to win. The
Dirty Bird.
You know, they had just been the Dirty Birds for a hot minute. I think Dion had already been traded, but they had Jamal Anderson. And Jamal Anderson, there you go. Thank you, Nathan. Chris Chandler, Jamal Anderson,
Kelly,
all of them.
Broken. Yep.
Well, Michael Vick wasn't on that squad.
He wasn't there yet.
This was it Jeff George, I think?
Yeah, the backup Chandler was a starter, and the backup I think was no George. I think was gone because that's
George was the starter. Jeff George was the starter for that game. I was not expecting
Chandler. I thought it was Chris Chandler.
I'll have to go back and look. Don't get me the line. But anyway, at any rate, then you had Robinson went downtown and got arrested trying to buy some. Trying to buy some good from an undercover police officer.
Yeah, he turned out to be funny.
and then I was not expecting the Atlanta Falcons with the squad they had. And so Eugene Robinson, I think was his name, and he was was he a DB or a wide receiver? I believe
he was a DB. He was a safety.
Okay, he was a big cog in that defense. I was not expecting Jamal Anderson to beat the Denver Broncos. John Elway and those Denver Broncos. With I think Romanowski was still on that squad. I wasn't expecting that to happen at all.
But at the same time,
matter of fact, Unc was on that squad.
Was he? Oh, was he on the Denver Broncos? Yeah, that last Super Bowl championship squad.
Not the last two, but the one back in this was in 96, 97. By then, Unc had graduated and had been drafted and was playing with the Broncos.
Okay,
because he played with the Broncos first, then he went to the Ravens, and then he went back and retired from the Broncos.
Okay, the early years, right? Okay,
so I was happy to see Unc. I wasn't expecting the fight. I was, it was like, yay, we're there. I want to watch the game. And, and then my feelings weren't hurt because Shea got his first ring. So, there it is.
You guys beat the Minnesota the week before. That was a Super Bowl in itself. That Minnesota team was amazing.
Right. That's right. Because matter of fact, his was messed up. They had already sent correspondence to Dennis Green. May his soul rest in peace. The Bears are who we thought they were.
We thought they were. We let them off the hook.
They sent correspondence to Dennis Green saying congratulations on winning the NFC Championship before the game had even been played. Nobody expected Atlanta to win. Wow. And Atlanta went in there and beat Minnesota in the nose and wound up kicking that field goal to go to the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, I remember that because we had church program. I was at church. I went in to say something to the pastor. I was an assistant minister of music. I was getting ready to go and start playing the prelude or whatever. and the pastor came out and said, "I just got a call from home. The Falcons is going to the Super Bowl." I was like, "What?" So anyway, I didn't really sound like that at 27, but my voice was my voice also was not this deep yet. So
right.
It was more like, what? Okay. It wasn't like no, it wasn't like that. That's like women at a New Edition concert. No, that ain't how that's supposed to go.
But Keith Sweat.
Especially when Ralph starts singing "With You All the Way" and take his shirt off. Ralph had a bird chest. Look, Ralph Transparent had a bird chest for 30-something years. Ralph, I love you. You my dude. Keep your shirt on, dog. Just say it.
Hey, look. Hey, if a man wants to take his shirt off, let him take his shirt off. Shout out to my guy, the shirtless wonder, a.k.a. Mr. Moist, Ab Low in the building.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? If Ab had those kind of vocal skills and he was in concert and he took his shirt off, you know, that's my guy. He's swole.
I mean, but real quick, I mean, apparently you and Ab, you know Ab's favorite karaoke song.
Oh yeah,
so apparently Ab knows what he gets down with.
Nah, he just be goofing and being loud, but because he normally does it at a show where we all know each other, it's all good. Like if we went somewhere where we didn't know nobody, KJ would be like,
"No, we gonna take that back."
Look,
we gonna take that back.
He wouldn't ask no questions. He'd just be like,
"We're good, right?" just slowly.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Shout out to my man Ab, the shirtless wonder, 1/3 of Washington Football Weekly. I'm loving it. It's like McDonald's. Bow. I'm loving it. Bang. Ow. That's what we do. It's about to go down. It's about to go down right now.
Woo. Let's get it. Without further ado, 40 minutes in, we've been talking. The chemistry is there. Let's go ahead and bring this out, man. Let's talk first and foremost, Atlanta Falcons. Julio goes to Tennessee. What?
As a Falcons fan,
when you heard that, what did you feel? Yeah, talk to me, man. How did you feel?
I wasn't surprised. It's been pretty well known in Atlanta that Julio wanted a change because they made a push. I think I kind of tuned out after the Super Bowl loss because I was just not because I was mad at Atlanta. I mean, I was kind of mad at the front office and the coaching staff, but I just kind of tuned out for a little bit. But it's because they made a push back and I don't know if they made it to the playoffs or not, but you know what I'm saying? Julio was unhappy. He's at this point, he's given most of his prime to this squad that's not giving him any help because at least when they had Roddy, then they went in and they brought Julio and they kept trying to bring these other guys in to help Julio after Roddy and Tony retired. And they just weren't fitting the bill. And then nobody really seemed too keen on working with Matt about doing something to pick up. I'm gonna get to your question in a minute, Nate, because that's where I'm working. Stay with me for a minute. Don't skip Bayless. Don't be jumping in front of the line. Just sit back. Oh, see, my grandmother used to tell me back in the day, you put the cart before the horse sometimes, then the cart is not going nowhere because the horse is gonna walk in the other direction. That's what she used to tell me.
There you go.
So they weren't doing anything with Matty Ice. They had all these quarterbacks that they had this prime opportunity to pick up and draft since the Super Bowl. One of them's in Cleveland in Baker Mayfield. The other one's in Arizona in Kyler Murray. Your boy went to Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts went to Philadelphia.
They could have got him too.
Lamar is in Baltimore. Like all these quarterbacks that they could have brought in to give the offense a boost, or at least make. I think the problem with Matt Ryan is they gave him a whole truck. They backed up the Brinks truck. When they went 13-3, they got bounced in the first round, and he still got a contract extension, made him the highest paid. Yep. The next season made him the highest paid quarterback in the league. He feels like, and I'm not mad at Matty Ice because I didn't know who the hell he was. If like we drafted who?
Boston College,
where?
right?
We drafted who from where?
College.
And then I started seeing him play, and I was like, okay, all right, my man, this is kind of legit. So I'm gonna rock with it for a minute. And I was like, okay, my man's is decent. And it was like, all right, let's go, Matty Ice. Like, you know, if he went from Matt Ryan to Matty Ice, when I start calling you by nickname, you family. You did.
Right. We close now.
You know, if I'm calling you by your proper name, either we ain't cool like that, or it's somebody around the circle that ain't that ain't supposed to
Don't
know
know.
the inside
Right.
stuff. We'll leave that alone.
Right.
Because you mess around and be like, they'd be like, yo, somebody roll up on me and they'd be like, yo, what up, Fingers? What's going on, man? What up, Fingers? What's going on? And be like, hey, Fingers, how you doing? I don't know you. Who are you?
Nope. Nope.
No, my first name ain't Fingers. It's Anthony, Mr. Handy, if you're nasty. Okay. So we'll keep this thing rolling. But they weren't doing anything to help him out. And he kept getting hurt because they kept putting on, and it just seemed like he played in the Super Bowl. How many targets did he have in that Super Bowl? Little to none.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like and then everybody says, well, his production is down. Well, they're not throwing in the ball.
Right.
You got this stud wide receiver that nobody's throwing the ball to. Ain't nobody throwing the ball to that baby or nothing. He just out there by himself in the middle, just kicking rocks on the side of the sidewalk. Well, I guess they'll tell me when they want me to play, but for now, I'm just gonna be over here. And so then here comes another draft, and they got opportunities to pick up wide receivers. And your boy didn't win the Heisman. Where did he go?
Devontae Smith went to Philly.
He went to Philly. And then, so what they did pick up Kyle Pitts, but what they didn't do was pick up a quarterback. They should have been picked up a quarterback, just like Bill Belichick was like, I don't know what that kid from Michigan can do, but we gonna pick him up because Drew Bledsoe ain't gonna last forever. Because Drew Bledsoe had been around the league. At that point, he was on his third or fourth team.
And he was immobile too. He couldn't move. He was a statue in that pocket.
Right, and because he had been hurt, and then he got hurt again. And what happened?
Lewis put it to him.
He got hurt. Was it Ray?
No, Mo Lewis.
Oh, Mo Lewis. I thought you said Ray Lewis. I was getting ready to say. I was getting ready to say. You know, when they were looking for a tight end, to bring to Baltimore, I told Coach one thing: Shannon Sharp, bring him here. That's my bad Ray Lewis impression. I'm working on that. That's a bad Ray Lewis impersonation, but we gonna work on that. But anyway, so they let all these wide receivers and all these stud wide receivers go other places that are doing big things. They let all these stud quarterbacks go other places and they're doing big things. Meanwhile, Atlanta's biggest problem is Matt Ryan's production. He's still putting up numbers, but a lot of his numbers are trash numbers. As a matter of fact, he did pretty good this year. His first season, he put up 3,400. His first season, 34-40. Last season, 45-81. But he was playing from behind, and they were so far behind, defenses was just playing zone. Don't let him get in the end zone.
Exactly.
Don't let him get in the end zone. And even then, his quarterback rating was 93.3, which for him, people keep saying he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. At this point, when you have guys like Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers and
as the regular,
and your boy, I like to put ketchup on my steak, Mahomes. You know, that's not. I'm sorry, that boy. I rocks with him right up to that point, and that's where I cut that out.
They know.
No, I ain't putting look. Matter of fact, if you got a steak is cooked properly, you ain't got to put nothing on it, boo-boo. Let me see.
All right,
100. Matter of fact, his best statistical year, his best QBR was 117.1. That was 2016.
Okay.
Matter of fact, let's see. The year they went to the Super Bowl, that was a 2017 season, and the Super Bowl was in 2018. His QBR that year was 91.4. He only threw for 4,095 yards.
Oh, wow.
You understand what I'm saying? So he's putting up these numbers, but he's just putting up garbage numbers, and it doesn't make any difference. Like when it's the biggest thing for him when the game is on the line, you can almost just sit back and wait for the interception, and then you hear and it's picked up, and you just go and there it is.
Right.
So
we were waiting on it.
So I was not surprised when Julio went to Tennessee. Julio Jones, Dirty Bird Nation still loves you and appreciates you for everything that you did. I personally think that you are a first ballot Hall of Famer as long as they don't look at like the last 4 years body of work. Not your fault. They ain't throwing the ball your way. The Falcons still better put you in the ring of honor, if nothing.
Oh yeah. Oh come on.
So I wasn't surprised. And now what's going to happen is now you have an AFC opponent that you just gave the Titans another weapon. I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule yet. I don't know if the Falcons play the Titans this year, but they just gave the Titans a weapon because everybody is just like Dak and Zeke, their first season together. Zeke ran roughshod over everybody. But then people figured out Dak didn't really have no arm. So all they did was they played lockdown on the deep threat and they played lockdown on the deep threat, turned Dak into captain check down, and stacked a bunch of dudes in the box. And Zeke was still getting his numbers, but he was having to beat and bang his way to get them. But now you got Julio going to Tennessee, and now you got a deep threat. I'm gonna keep my eye on Tennessee.
Watch out for him. I'm telling you, because
Tennessee
you got Julio and AJ
something.
with Derrick Henry too. They've been in the playoffs each of the last 2 years. Watch out for them. I like that. I like that. So
as long as they both stay healthy.
Yes,
because
staying healthy, and then this whole COVID, who's vaccinated, who's not vaccinated.
Oh, bro, that's a whole nother topic for another
That's a whole nother thing, man. We gonna rear its ugly head, so we gonna see.
It's getting real. They think this.
Real. Oh yeah,
I can see cats fighting in the locker room like any given Sunday. Game checks. Oh, yeah. That's
it's legit. Oh yeah, they going hard over it. Hey, listen, I gotta shout out my man's Anthony Handy. You on the show? I gotta shout out my man Nathan Snell, who definitely covered it. Definitely went in there and was talking about the whole COVID-19 and what Roger Goodell was saying and how he came out with that. So that's going to be very interesting, and we will definitely bring that up on another show. But you alluded to it before, Kyle Pitts. You got him, first round, fourth pick in the draft,
which I think is a good pick. But are they going to give him some help? Or are they going to do to him what they did to Roddy, to Tony, and to Julio? I don't know if Roddy White will ever be a Hall of Famer. I think he probably should be. He probably won't be first ballot if he's even eligible yet. But you definitely got Tony Gonzalez is definitely a Hall of Famer. Julio Jones is probably going to be a Hall of Famer. At some point, Roddy will probably get in the Canton. But you got these three stud receivers, and you basically run them in the ground. Are you going to just, that's good, but it don't do no good to have a stud wide receiver if the quarterback is going to throw a pick.
Right.
Like, I look at Matt Ryan is kind of like a Cinderella version of Mark Sanchez. Like, well, seriously, if you look at his stats, his productivity drops from quarter to quarter. I think I got that pulled up too. I had to pull it up and get back to it in a minute. Here we go. This was just last year. Okay. Where is it? Quarters. Okay. His production goes down. His completion rate goes down quarter to quarter. First quarter, this is just last season. First quarter, 104.3. Second quarter, 95.6. Third quarter, 94.7. Fourth quarter, 82.
Ooh.
Fourth quarter, when within 7 points, meaning 7 points, needing to get those 7 points to catch and win, 71.6.
Oh my goodness gracious. He's falling down there.
That is the franchise quarter. That is their franchise quarterback that they gave all that money to. Arthur Blank just kept stroking them checks.
Oh man. Yo, we gotta shout
out all those quarterbacks I'm with Nate. I was like, okay, we'll get Mac Jones. We know Trev is gonna go first. We know Justin's gonna go somewhere in there, and Justin wound up going to Chicago, and I know Delilah and your boy Nick, he's happy about that. But I'm like that. I'm like, okay, Mac is still on the board. Let's get Mac. They picked Kyle Pitts. They should have picked the quarterback that they could bring in and be the Aaron Rodgers to his Brett Favre. Because remember, Brett Favre later on in his career in Green Bay, even though he was still a legend, he was slinging a lot of passes and throwing a lot of pickles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He was, but they dubbed him a gunslinger. So they said, it was justified because he's a gunslinger. as opposed to what they call Jameis, which is just a 30 for 30 Mr. Interception. You know,
Jameis crab legs Winston.
Mister, I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat that W.
I'm gonna eat a W. We gonna eat a W there. Why does he always look? Why does he always look? Why does Jameis Winston always look constantly surprised?
Right.
You ever notice that when he's on the field, he's just like what? I was watching him do a quarterback drill. So I'm like, who is sneaking up on you, brother? Run!
Somebody get him.
Drop the football and run. It's just you and one other dude. What are you looking at?
Right.
James
She's like,
what are you doing?
Who's coming? Are they coming? Yo.
Look, he looked like a brother that tried to break wind and found out it was something else. That's that look. Remember Eddie Murphy or Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood? Somebody was knocking the door. Who is it? It's the landlord. That's the look.
Whoops. I don't know. Some came out.
But they could have picked. They could have picked. They could have anybody. Look, I would have took Daniel Jones at this point. Just bring something. No, I lie. Because Daniel Jones would just be more of the same. Meet the old boss, same as the new boss. We needed somebody to get behind Matt Ryan and make him compete for his job.
Right.
Make him compete for his job and make it evident. Like, look, you in a contract. I think he's in a contract year this year. You in a contract year this year.
Yeah.
So, either do or do not. But there is no try.
Right. Absolutely.
And if you don't do, then that is why you fail. You are the weakest link. Bye-bye. See you later. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, boo-boo.
You'll be out. That's just what it is. And the thing is, I mean, you talk about they got Kyle Pitts. You talk about they needed a quarterback. Nathan alluded to Mac Jones. I mean, they need other help as well. You lost
offensive line.
You lost defensive help. You need.
They need help on offense. They need help on the offensive line. They need help on the defensive line. It's like Atlanta is one of the most inconsistent good teams that I have seen in the league, because essentially that same squad came back from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it was like they just forgot how to play football. Is it the same? Did the rules change? Is it something different? Like, did you forget how to play on the break?
Right.
What happened? You come back. It's the same football you've been playing since you were 7. Like Herman Boone said, agile, mobile, hostile. The man across the way from you, your job is to knock him in his chest and knock him on his you-know-what and do it every down for 60 minutes until the whistle blow. That's it.
Right.
My coach used to tell me that when I played Little League. You hit him in his chest and you run him over till the whistle blow. And then you get up, you help him up, you go back in the huddle, you call another play, you come back and you do it again. They act like they scared to play ball, man. Shoot. It wouldn't do. Look here. I'm 51 years old. I'm 6'1". I'm about roughly 270 pounds, which puts me at about 30 pounds overweight, but it would be a good weight if I had some speed in the wheels as a maybe a linebacker. Maybe a linebacker, something like that. Maybe a tight end. Man, it wouldn't do for me right now. If Arthur Blank called me right now and said, look here, come play ball for the Falcons.
Yeah.
We heard you was a super fan. Come play ball for the Falcons. I'd be on the first thing smoking to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you know what? I'd be in there knocking jokers in their head all day. I don't care if they knock me. Them get up and keep going. Like your boy Mark Wahlberg when he tried out for that movie where he was for the Eagles. Invincible,
yeah.
Where they were beating on him and he just kept going and he got to play. I would be out there.
Oh yeah.
High blood pressure and everything. Just knocking jokers. Come on, young blood. Come on, young buck. Look, we gonna play like we play. We gonna play like we play in the Sandlot. I don't know. I can do this all day, baby. I put on some liniment later. Come on, let's go. You ain't said nothing but a word. Let's go.
I can see it. Oh yeah. Oh, I can definitely see it.
Be in his face. What you got? What you got? Let's go. Let's go.
Getting in it, of course. Oh, absolutely.
Oklahoma drills. You ain't said nothing but a word. I just flew in from Oklahoma City. Let's go.
You don't even pay me nothing. I got this. Oh yeah.
Oh no, you gonna no. Oh no, you gonna have to pay me. Cause look here, my PPO don't cover none of that.
Huh?
The doctor looked right at me and said, well, Mr. Handy, that's a pre-existing condition. How you figure? Because it existed before you walked in the door.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Just grab it by the pads, running them all over the field. Stop crying. Stop crying. Talk smack to them until they get mad. That's how we used to play. Look, we used to play full contact flag ball at Fort Belvoir in the intramural leagues.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we used to do. Depending on what side the referee was on, I would line up on the other side, grab that dude right up on them shoulders. It's going to be me and you all day. I'm going to shove you around this field all day. He go get on the other side. I line up across from him. He just look at me like, let's go, young blood. Let's go.
Here we go.
And
exactly.
That's what those boys need. Somebody needs to go down there and get, because, it's now they got to, they got to hold their hands and they got to have s'mores and around the campfire and, like the speech Major Payne gave at the end. I'd like for you all to think of me not only as your commanding officer, but as a friend. No. I've been knocking jokers' heads off for 17, 18 years. Now I gotta play nice? No, come on, man.
No.
I bet you, listen, I'm gonna tell you what. If they ever let the rules go lax, like they used to play ball back in the day.
Yeah.
Shoot, I remember watching them old films with Sable and his pops narrating and watching Deacon Jones decapitate dudes. He just clothesline them. Just sit it.
Oh yeah. Me and Joe just sticking the hands in their face mask and the whole nine. That's when they had the big old holes in the face mask, so you could get a whole fist in there.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Yo, shout out to a couple of people that are watching. Shout out to Kyle Yacy that was watching, who had a question. He thought he was asking, what do you think they're going to do with the edge situation? The edge rushers.
They ain't going to do nothing.
They ain't going to
do nothing. I'm telling you. I've been a Falcons fan all my life. I swear for the Lord. Look, only reason me and Arthur Blank cool right now is because I like to do yard work and I go to Home Depot. But I don't mess with him like that. I don't even mess with him like that. Like, he ain't getting the invite to the cookout. They ain't gonna do nothing. If they do something, I will be surprised. I'll be sitting at home like, oh, they trust to actually have a defense. Come on, man, for real though. And then on top of that, they had Raheem Morris as the interim coach, right? They had Raheem Morris as the interim coach.
Mm-hmm.
He lit a fire under them boys and had them out there playing. Instead of considering him for the coach, they got Arthur Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Arthur Smith?
Mm-mm.
Let me show you something here. Sharing a screen is easiest with two monitors. Okay, I got that part. That is Arthur Smith right there. What is that man gonna motivate them men to do? Could somebody please tell me? He look like he gonna be like, could you guys please play harder?
Help.
Like what?
Stop, please, guys.
He looked like, I'm not trying to pick on nobody. I'm not trying to shame nobody because I got picked on growing up in school. But seriously, that looks like the dude that got pushed into his wall locker in high school every single day. That looks like the dude that the jocks gave wedgies to every single day. This is a guy with no coaching experience whatsoever. Zato, no head coaching experience.
Wow.
All those guys in Atlanta, they need somebody with some experience. This is not the time to be experimenting. I know you in a rebuild. Okay, if you want to rebuild, that's fine. Rebuild, but at least have an architect in there that knows how to put the bricks and the mortar together.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? I don't know. Arthur Smith might turn out to be a great coach, but Raheem has been in the league. Raheem has head coaching experience. He was a head coach of the Bucks. He was unfortunate. He had to follow behind Gruden. I think it was after. Didn't he come on right after Gruden?
I think so.
He had to follow behind John Gruden after they had the Super Bowl run and all that good stuff. So the expectations were high.
Yeah,
but he's got head coaching experience, and I think he went someplace else and was either an assistant coach. You got this guy who's an assistant who has head coaching experience. No, we don't want him. We're going to go get somebody completely new who has zero head coaching experience whatsoever. And so that's what Atlanta is getting. And so I guess, you know what? Let me see. Let me look at his resume here. He was a grad assistant at North Carolina for a year. He was a defensive quality control coach for your boys for a year. He was a defensive intern at Ole Miss in 2010. He spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He spent 9 years at Tennessee. He wound up leaving when he left there. He was offensive coordinator. So I got a little props to him on the offensive side because he probably built the offense that boosted Derrick Henry and Tannehill and all of that. But he's got zero head coaching experience. None.
Right.
Matter of fact, he spent more time with the offense in Tennessee than he did with the defense. He spent a year as a quality control coach. I have no idea what a quality control coach does. He must just go out there and be like, "Hey, coach, is the defense out there?" Yeah, they're out there. Okay, we're good.
Are we good, guys? We're good? Yeah. That's all he does. We're good? Everyone's good? Okay.
I have no idea. I have no idea what a defensive quality control. That was some title they gave him, so they had an excuse to give him 6 figures a year. But how are you going to go to Walmart and apply for a job at Walmart? Like, how do you follow that? Like, what exactly you're asking for 6 figures? Dude, you're the produce guy. But I was a quality control coach at Tennessee. Yeah, we thought you're doing the same thing here. Quality control. Tomatoes. That's your specialty.
Tomatoes.
Go ahead and take these 14 an hour, keep it pushing, Pepper. They're just not going to do anything. I'm sorry. I have been, as a Falcons fan, I honestly, I don't know if Arthur Blank owned the team the entire time since they've been in the league. But honestly, when they came in the league, I don't think the ownership group knew what they were doing. They had some flashes of greatness with William Andrews, Steve Barkowski, the Grits Blitz, Billy White Shoes Johnson. They brought in June Jones, who actually gave a little spark. I think it was Deion was drafted during June Jones' tenure when they went to the all-black jerseys, and he was leaving tickets at the gate for Elvis and stuff like that.
Jerry too. Jerry Glanville.
Jerry Glanville was a nut too. So, I think there was a lot of that. I think they brought a lot of that NWA, National Wrestling Alliance, WWE showmanship mentality to the coaching, and it worked for a minute. But the team overall was still. They were always like, "Okay, you got this piece, which is good. You got this piece, which is good. But what puzzle piece do we need to put it all together?" And I think by the 90s, by the time they went to the Super Bowl, they had kind of figured it out. But then again, like I said, Jamal Anderson was the whole catalyst behind that offense. And what happened the next year? Left Eye Lopez burned down Andre Rising House. Eugene Robinson was still in jail. Jamal Anderson hurt his leg, and Atlanta went and just fell off the radar again until some kid from Virginia Tech with cornrows came up and started playing the human video game all over the Georgia Dome. That was that, and then that was when they became relevant again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I personally, I don't mean to be that fan, but I will root for the team, but I don't have a lot of faith that the front office will do what they're supposed to do. That is messed up that I got no faith because, ladies and gentlemen, the Bible says that if you have the faith, You ever have a hot dog and you want to put some mustard on it? You know where mustard come from? It comes from a little bitty seed. It's so small. If you, it's gone. All you need is faith, just that small, and you can do all things that will allow you to do all things in Christ, who strengthens you. And I don't have that faith.
Philippians 4:13. Hallelujah.
I don't have no faith. I got no faith at all. Listen to him. I have more faith. I have more faith that Vanilla Ice will have a platinum-selling rap album than I do that the Atlanta Falcons will do the right thing this year in the front office. But you know what? They could surprise me. So
that's what I'm about to say. I mean, look, and you got Calvin Ridley. What do you think about him with his surgery and all that stuff?
I don't know what's gonna happen with Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley right now sitting home after Milk Cook because he take care of his leg. He went out there. My boy went out there, bust his leg. He bust his leg. Sean, he bust his leg.
He messed up his ankle now. He had ankle surgery. You know, he had that ankle surgery. You know,
but that part of the leg. That's what I'm talking about. Don't even come on there, bust your head to wipe me. I swear for the Lord, man.
Hallelujah.
That's that bad birdie, man. I don't know. Calvin Ridley, ankle surgery can be tricky, but again, we also live in an age where medical technology has advanced. Medical technology has advanced so far to the point that 30 some odd years ago, we saw the most gruesome football injury in the history of the league take place when Lawrence Taylor tackled Joe Theismann. Yeah. Joe Theismann never played another down in the league.
Right.
In a strange, ironic, Marvel cinematic, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Twilight Zone type deal. Under almost the same circumstances, because I saw all the stuff. It's like Joe Theismann got tackled on a Thursday at 3:28. And Alex Smith got tackled on a Thursday at 3:28. All that kind of stuff. Alex Smith suffered the exact same injury, and they were playing the Giants too, weren't they?
They were playing the Texans.
Oh, they were playing the Texans. Yeah. And he had to, and they said he would never walk again. Not only did he walk again, my man came out and played doggone near a full season of football.
Yep. One comeback player of the year.
So for the ankle, I don't know exactly what the nature of his ankle injury is, but where that could have been a debilitating season-ending injury 10 years ago even, I think he'll come back. He'll be good and strong because the boy is hungry. He wants to eat.
Right.
You don't play for St. Nick and not want to win. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. And now he's going to be that number one. So
he'll be. Well, actually, is he going to be the number? Is he going to be the number one? I don't know. Pitts is. No, I'm thinking about the boy. I'm thinking about the boy from Alabama that's real small. Pitts will probably be the number one, and Calvin will be the number two. Yeah. And then as his rehab progresses, they may reassess. Yeah. I don't know. I honestly, folks, I hate to come on here and give you so little and give you a whole bunch of I don't knows, but I've been a fan of this team for as long as I can remember. I even played for a little league team called the Falcons. I am not making that up. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull that up real quick and show you. It was one of my profile pictures, so it'd be easy to find this in my where is that joker at? I mean, I played.
Show you right.
I grew up my entire life like my life was dogs, tigers, Falcons, and so that's where's the albums at? I'll find it in a second. See, if I'd have known we were going this route, I'd have had it pulled up a lot sooner. But been a Falcons fan. Is that? No, I don't want mobile uploads. I didn't want the mobile uploads. I don't know. If I wanted mobile uploads, I'd have done the mobile uploads. I wanted the profile pictures. That's got less pictures in it. Sometime I be getting my stuff confused. I apologize. Oh man. Good Lord. There it is. Wow. Open up. All right. So I'm about to share this with you right here. Bang. There it is. This should pop up in a second. That's your boy right there.
There we go.
Look here. Wearing Herschel's number 2, even though I played defense.
That Trey Foe. The old Falcons, the Griggs Blitz Falcons with the red helmet. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Back when we used the leggings that went, the leggings that was like the stirrup leggings. They just we didn't have socks. we just didn't have no socks. We had this. Basically, what you did was you had the football pants on with the pads, with the thigh and the thigh pads, and a knee pad, and then you put your sock on, but then you put the stirrup joint over the top and put your foot in that, and then you put the cleats on. Man, that was a whole lot of work.
Yeah, it was.
But it was fun though, man. So I've been a fan of that team as long as I can remember. And the only time that I really felt like they knew what they were doing during the early part of the Michael Vick era, because they said, okay, this kid can do everything. He's got a rocket for an arm. He's got all I can say, Sean, about the Falcons is terrible. They're terrible. They're terrible. They're terrible. They're terrible. Shaq sitting over there want to act like he ain't sweating. He eating them hot chips. I got donuts over here. I'm sweating because I've been eating donuts. It's terrible. The Falcons is terrible. That's all I got to say about it. They're terrible.
Yes, sir.
They're terrible.
A man of 1,000 voices.
They're terrible. But see, we wanted to come on the show today. By your invitation, if I understand correctly, we got on the phone and talked to him. He said, yes, and I will come on and talk about the Zorbits and the Zabbers and the Zaggerts and the Falcons. See, I played football for the Temple Owls. We were horrible. It was always 3rd and 72. And our mascot was not even masculine. We were the Temple Owls. And so we got a nationally televised game. And the people came in and talked to us and said, you're going to be on television. You have to make sure not to grab certain parts of the body, when you're on TV. So I'm lined up. I was playing tell. He said, Cosby, you're going in. And I said, why? So I lined up. And I saw why. 6'8", 478 pounds. No pads at all, just the helmet and his name, David. The quarterback calls, 48, 72, hike, and he gives the ball to me. And I see David. Why does David want to hurt me? He doesn't. He wants the ball. So I gave it to him. Oh, you should have seen the change that came over David. He was so happy. I turned around and blocked for him.
I helped him out. Go right ahead.
Yes, you cannot say you feel Florida Phil. Okay, I got way off the beaten path. But see, I like talking about stuff like this. That's how much I don't want to talk. All I'm hoping, please, Falcons, if you can, please at least try and get us 10 wins and look respectable. What is it, 17 games this year? Try and get us 11 games this year and look respectable.
So what do you think, though? Let's go ahead and predictions. What do you think what y'all going to get?
Okay, you got the schedule pulled up? Because I showed it.
Oh, we can get that. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I'll get that right now.
There are people at home right now going, what the hell? Bill Cosby, what does Bill have to do with the Falcons? Nothing. I came on the show because Anthony it's one of the voices inside my head, and he needed to get out because Claire told me to go. And there we are. What
Claire the ball.
Yes. And Theo is not going to score at all.
Theo.
He danced, Claire. I thought rain was going to fall. Let's see here. Team schedules. Here we go. NFL.com. AFC North, AFC East, AFC West, NFC North, NFC East, NFC South. Schedule. Tickets. Atlanta Falcons tickets free to the first 3 people to show up wearing a jersey. Okay, week 1, Tennessee Titans. That's a loss. Week 2, Miami Dolphins at the Hard Rock. That's a win. Cleveland Browns. That's a loss. Philly. I'll give them the W on that. At Tampa Bay. At Tampa Bay. That's a loss. So where are we now? We're at 2-3. At the Giants. That's a win. That's a 3-3. They're going to lose to Washington. That's 3-4. They're going to beat the Jets. That's 4-4. Bye week in week 6. Oh God, they play the Dolphins again. They play the Dolphins twice.
Do they?
Week 7, they play the Dolphins. I think they lose that one. So that is 4-5. They're going to lose to the Panthers. It's 4-6. They will beat the Saints. That is 5-6. They're going to lose to the Cowboys. It's 5-7. 5-8 against the Patriots. 6-8 against the Jaguars. 6-9 against the Bucks. I think they're going to split with the Panthers. So that's 8-9. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm looking at preseason games. Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus.
I have somebody else that said 8 and 9. Hold up, because look, I'll give you the.
Okay, give me the schedule. Let me look at it.
There you go.
So week 1 is the type. No, those are preseason.
That's preseason. So preseason goes
So
right there.
Game 1 is the Eagles. Okay, that's a loss.
Okay.
They lose to the Eagles. They lose to the Bucks. They beat the Giants. They lose to the Skins. They beat the Jets.
2-3.
They beat the Dolphins, lose to the Panthers, beat the Saints. So that is 2 wins and a loss. So that would be
2-4.
4-4. 4-4.
You said 2 wins and a loss?
Wait a minute, hold on. Okay. Eagles loss, Bucks loss, Giants win.
1-2. Washington, you said loss. 1-3. Jets win. That's 2-3. Miami.
They beat the Dolphins 3-3. Lose to the Panthers 3-4. Beat the Saints 4-4. Lose to the Cowboys 4-5. Lose to the Patriots 4-6. Beat the Jaguars 5-6. Lose again to the Bucks. That's 5-7. I think they're going to split with the Panthers 6-7. Lost to the Niners at 6-8. They're going to beat the Lions at 6-9. They're going to lose to the Bills at 7-9. They're going to beat the Saints. That's 8-9. Yeah, I got them at 8. I got them at 8-9.
8-9. There we go. 9-8. Kyle Yacey says, shout out to Ablo watching us. Y'all Negroes can't count.
If you can do better, boo-boo, please feel free to come on here. Just, hey, look, you can wear a shirt or you can wear no shirt at all. I'm just trying to figure out why every week your hairstyle changing like Sinclair James from Living Single. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
No.
He got more hairstyle changes than me during the show. Your hair retain heat. Bet y'all done had the same hair on this whole show. It ain't burnt me not one time. I don't know why the longer I do Cat Williams during the day, it kind of goes from Cat Williams into Tyler Perry's Madea. I don't know.
It brings it in. Yeah, they transition. Look, while I got you on here, you know what we do on this show. Hold on, let me see.
Did you lose?
Okay, game. Okay. Kyle said he's flying down from Alberta. He lives in Canada to see the Washington game against the Falcons. Diehard Falcons fans. Shout out to you, Kyle. Hope you enjoy it. I might have to try that.
I thought they said Atlanta for a minute.
Oh no, he lives in
Alberta.
He's from Canada. He's from Canada. Yeah. So hold up. Ablo said you need to have a wig in order to have hair like mine.
Hey, look. Feel free to hate on me. Sit there and say my bald head ain't luxurious when you know it is.
Ha! So look. Why we?
And if I let it grow out, it'll look like the George Jefferson Panera Bread Bowl hairdo right there, boy. Put some S curl in it and be like Jamie Foxx and Ali.
Just kidding. Rumble,
young man, rumble.
Look, dance like a float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
No, your hands can't hit, but your eyes can't see.
Look, while we have you on here,
And you know who I am. I'm one half of Let's Talk Football. My amazing co-host, Janae Streller. We can't go an episode without us saying our famous, one of our famous lines that Janae so eloquently sang with your boys in the GP band.
That make me crazy.
That's what.
You see Brandon Gardner. Shout out to Brandon Gardner hitting us with a little bit of that.
Oh, don't catch him when he got a couple in him. He'll hit you with the Chris Brown. Hey.
Hey, come on now. Come on. We gonna get him on the show for that. Oh yeah. But so check me out, man. Does that make me crazy? What you got? Give me something. You've already told me your predictions. You already told me where y'all at. Tell me something that nobody knows. Something that's crazy is about to happen for y'all.
So for the Falcons?
Yeah, for the Falcons.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy for the Falcons, that they're actually gonna play a host. They're actually gonna show up and think they can play football this year.
Ooh.
Does that make me crazy?
That make me crazy.
No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna say that here. Let me have a mulligan on that one. I'm gonna throw this one out there. I think Atlanta is going to eke out at least 10. I know I said 8 and 9. I think Atlanta's going to eke out 10 wins this year.
Oh wow! Oh, now that's worth
That
playing.
make me crazy.
Because
10 wins.
now peep this, because I think I said they were going to split with New Orleans.
Yeah.
I forgot. Their two choices are Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood
Mm-hmm.
and Crab Legs Jameis and
Mr.
Mr. Eat a W
Eat a W
and the Swiss Army knife. And
Yeah.
you know when you see Taysom Hill in the backfield, it's gonna either be a quarterback draw or some kind of flea flicker or something like that. Like it's gonna be some trick play. I don't think that New Orleans had a long-term plan in place. They thought Drew Brees was going to at least last another couple of years. Yeah. And Drew trusted his gut. He said, my arm is not where it needs to be. It's time for me to sit it down. He knew when he walked off the field and when he walked off the field in the game against Tampa Bay, he knew.
Mm-hmm. And he looked back. You saw he looked back. Now look, I gotta address the shirtless wonder. You bring us the smoke. Shout out to Anthony because you bring us the smoke on Watching the Football Weekly. So the shirtless wonder is bringing it right back to you. Wait, that's not it. Hold up, Anthony, you done bumped your head. Holy Toledo!
Hey, tell me something else I don't know.
Huh?
Wow. Tell me something else I done bumped my head. Listen here. I remember the first words my mama said when I was born. She took one look at me and said, that boy look like he crazy.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, look, hey, you bringing it out. Hey, look, hey, like we alluded to earlier in the show, ladies and gentlemen, man, I'm not gonna make you sit through any more Falcon stuff. I know how that tortures you. I know how that hurts your heart. I know what you're dealing with. I know what you're dealing with.
I'm good. The doctor says that as long as I take my medications, I'll be all right.
They said I need to talk about it. It's better to get it out.
Man, you don't know. I was standing in the middle of the frozen foods aisle at 2:00 in the morning in the Harris Teeter, just going, why didn't they keep running the ball? Why didn't they keep running the ball? I went to work. Look, then I had to deliver mail. I had to deliver mail to a dude who was a Patriots fan, had Patriots stuff all over his house, and the man's name, no lie, Thomas J. Brady.
Wow. So, look, hey, you have a chance. Go ahead, man. 28-3. Just talk. Do you want to just get it out now? Do you want to just talk about what? I mean, you survived it. A lot of people survived Vietnam. A lot of people survived wars.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You look. If you had said maybe you had an embarrassing moment in your life where like your zipper popped and your pants fell down, something like that, you equated 28-3 to Vietnam. Brothers came. Look, Lieutenant.
Fans, man, y'all have flashbacks. Y'all like, no.
Forrest Gump that got shot in the ass, and Lieutenant Dan came back with no legs, and you can put it at 20. Sometimes in life there are not enough rocks.
Yo, we're talking about Come on. Are you all right? Have you passed on? You can laugh about it now. Talk to me.
I'm going to tell you, my phone, because I lived in Northern Virginia. It's a small pocket of Falcons fans around, but I primarily was the only Falcons fan in my crew.
Yeah.
So that night at halftime, man, my phone was just, yo, your boys. And people like, yeah. And I was like, I'm not trying to celebrate yet. I'm like, Kevin Hart, no, not right now. I got a lot of stuff on my mind. I got serious, And I was trying to keep it in. But inside, I was like, yo, the Falcons are doing this to Tom Brady? I was like, all they got to do is come back and give it 30 more minutes. And I just thought, because we saw what was working.
Yeah.
Tevin Campbell, I know his name ain't Campbell, but I keep calling Tevin Campbell.
Tevin Campbell. Can we talk
right
for a minute? Girl,
He just running in the secondary, stiff arming people. Shh, break it down. So Tevin with Tev Coleman. That's why I thought, because his name started with a C also. Yeah. Tevin was like that little boy was running all over people like a short man with an angry complex. He was just bouncing out, bouncing left, bouncing right, spit like it was like he had figured out the combo on Madden. I was like, I didn't even know Atlanta had it. Atlanta had not had a running game like that since Michael Turner was a rookie. And then before that, when Mike Vick was a rookie, even though and Vick and Turner played together for a little bit. And then before that, with Jamal Anderson. Like, just going back in the history that I can remember. You dig what I'm saying? And then before that was William Andrews. So it's like...
y'all had work done for a little bit?
I forgot about that.
Didn't he give you 1,000? I think. I mean, I know he was a good receiver as well.
He was kind of a multi-purpose player. He wasn't like running was not his only strong suit. But by the time he came in the league, they were kind of trying to do the thing where you catch passes and you run. But Turner the Burner was legit. I still got his jersey in my closet.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I wore my Turner jersey so much that was like, yo, y'all got another running back. You know you can get another jersey, right? I'm like, nah, I'm good. Me and 3-3 is rocking out.
Hey, wait. Speaking of 3-3, I gotta shout out my guy, the shirtless wonder, who wore that double trace in high school. Oh yeah.
Word?
Oh yeah.
Why am I not surprised that Abdul played a sport where he got to legitimately knock people in the head and knock them unconscious and not go to jail for it?
Wait a minute. Don't make me hurt. You know I gotta show love.
Okay, baby. I see you, baby, Earl Campbell. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yo, should have saw me wrestling. I was sparing Negroes. Yes, sir. I believe it.
Dog, I heard about you in I heard about you in MMA.
Huh.
I heard Abdul was training for MMA, and like at that point I kind of knew Abdul in passing. Like I would see him, we was hanging, him and my homie used to hang out, and He was like, yo, I went to see Abdul fight this cat, and dude caught him with like an overhand right or something, and dude's face just changed. And I was like, he was like, I was like, uh-oh. Said, dude, it was like the scene. From what I understand, it was like the scene in The Color Purple where old girl slapped Oprah, and Lawrence Fishburne just stopped playing the piano, closed, and said, "Well, good night, y'all." He said, dude beat the brakes off that boy, put him back on and beat him off again.
Oh, I believe it. Oh, I believe it. I absolutely believe it. The shirtless one to get down. Oh, for sure. Dear God.
Like my boy Ab is one of the dudes. Like, you know how when you with your peoples and somebody starts some beef with one of your boys, and everybody be like, "Yo, man, come on, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it." Like, most of us would just be like, handle biz, bro. Because if we tried to stop it, he was gonna fight us. You understand?
Right, exactly.
I ain't trying to fight you. Like, why y'all ain't grab your boy? Right. You weren't trying to fight him. I wasn't trying to fight him either. I thought y'all were gonna grab him. Hey, sucks to be you, bro.
Yeah, right. You should have been in the way. Yep. Oh yeah. Ab go down. Oh, for sure.
Matter of fact, I found out the hard way. Then I'm gonna leave my man alone. There's a certain thing that Ab doesn't like, right? As far as his personal specs. And I didn't know about that at the time. And I did it, and my homie grabbed me quick, like he joked me up. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? He's like, yo, you don't like that. And I was like, oh, word? My bad, bro. He's like, you know how you do. It's all right. You ain't even know. It's good. Like, I was like, all right. I was like, whoo, that was close. Look, I'm not no small dude, okay?
Right.
It's not too many dudes can put the fear of God into me. Yeah. I have seen that man's face change. Yeah. Like somebody is fixing to die tonight.
Yes,
I have seen that face. I have seen that face, and like his face split and fire shot from his eye sockets and stuff like that. I didn't want to be in the middle of that. I'm like, bro, like for real. So my boy was like, "Yeah, Ab don't like that." I was like, "A word." Look, I turned into Oliver Twist. Pardon me, sir. I come before you humbly begging your pardon, sir. If you would spare your loyal servant, sir, I will be in your servitude gratefully for the remainder of my days.
Right.
No parts.
Yo. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to you. Hey, but you right, man. You right. You absolutely right, man.
Nah, Ab, we ain't embarrassing you, bro. We just being real.
It's love, man. Look, you know it is.
It's all love. Like it's not a whole lot of people put the fear of God in me, and I am. Look. If I ever get famous, that man is gonna be on my security detail. Like I'm gonna have a logistics dude that's gonna go in and be like, okay, we got this angle here, we have to watch, and there could be some shots from over here. Abdul is just gonna be the dude. If somebody say something the wrong way, I'm gonna be like, kill that motherfucker. He just gonna
just take him out. Just it's like, what happened to him? He took care of it. Don't worry about it.
And then he gonna be professional about it. He'd be like, you know, it's a funny thing. I was talking to him and he just fell down. His head was bleeding. I don't even know.
Yeah. And look, and you know what? And then he'll sit down for a show and he'll be like, "Oh, sorry guys, sorry I'm a little late. I had to go." We be like, "What's up? What we talking about?"
Wait a minute, Sean Spencer fashion. Shout out to my guy Ab, Shirtless Wonder, appears with us on Washington Football Weekly. We showing him some love. He says we're embarrassing him. We just giving him all the love. Shout out to my guy, Sean Spencer, having me on the show. Let's go. Can't wait till Janae comes back. Let's go. Does that make me crazy? Hey.
Let's get it. Yo, look, we've been having fun. Before I let you go, we definitely got to talk about, man, your podcast out. We got to talk about
ladies and gentlemen, we got something coming up, ladies and gentlemen. It's a match between Let's Talk Football and the Ball Pit Podcast. And actually, I'm gonna run this video real quick so people can see. We're gonna join forces to bring, and actually, Ablo, glad you listened, man. Anthony, man, I don't know how many people we would have put in this, but we could do. No, and Ab, come on through. Actually, I'm gonna put the video up, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit.
Look, it is swing down, sweet. Look, it is swing down, sweet chariot, and let me get on and catch some of that AC hot. That's how hot it is.
Sir. I got it blowing a cool 67 degrees right now.
Well, I'm going to put it to you like this. It's not even remotely as hot here, excuse me, as it is there.
Mm-hmm.
But what is going on right now is that our AC has been out for roughly 16 days.
Oh,
Yeah. So, hey.
It's fixed now. Just so you know,
good?
it's fixed now. We
I was
good
gonna
now.
say, are you good now?
Yeah.
September 5th, Labor Day weekend, that Sunday, we will be doing a season preview interview, man. So we will be getting it in, working this thing out, trying to mess the Let's Talk Football family, trying to mess the families and bring the people together so we can figure out how to do this thing. And, man, and hey, like you said, Anthony, you've always said to me, man, table's big enough for all of us to eat.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah. So, hey, I look, and
I promise you this. I promise you, the table is large enough for everybody to eat. You understand what I'm saying? You want to know how I got these scars? I sat at a table, and there was this guy with no shirt on. And I said, I want your steak. And I woke up on the floor. Why so serious? Okay, I'm done. Table's big enough to eat, though.
He giving all of them. He giving all of them love, man. He giving all, shout out to Adam talking about my black ass needs AC, though. We gonna work that thing out. You already know how to flow.
You ain't got no AC, bro?
Yeah.
You had no AC?
Yo.
I'm sorry, because we were without AC for about 3 weeks. And I'm telling you, it was so hot in my house. I was greeting everybody in my family like this when I got up in the morning. Wakanda forever. Like, it was that kind of hot.
Right. And then you hold up, might stick to you. Maybe too sweaty for you. Yeah.
Right. Like it was good morning, Your Highness, hot. It was welcome to Zamunda and Wakanda, hot in here. Like, it was Michael Blackson, I can't jiggy with this shit, hot in here.
Yeah.
It was so black in here, and I got so dark that one time I lost my feet. When I took my shoes off because I got so dark, my feet was the same color as under the bed. That's how dark I got because how hot it was in this house. I got so dark. It got so dark that when I got out my car, when I went to the grocery store, that the oil light came on. I'm telling you, man, it was hot in here. So I feel bad for you, Ab. I do. I really do. I'm gonna put some of this cold AC air in the envelope to you.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, yo.
So the ball pit. So to bring it back in, the ball pit will be joining the crew from Let's Talk Football and some of the crew from Washington Football Weekly. We will be doing our preseason picks. Essentially, what we are going to do is we're going to pick. We're going to project before the season starts who we think is going to win each division, and then after the season is over. And the playoffs have been, playoff teams have been locked in. We're going to come back. We're going to see how we did. And then we're going to give you all our playoff picks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shout out. Yeah. And definitely we'll be adding in people from both, all three shows, to be honest with you. Let's Talk Football Roundtable, Washington Football Weekly. Janae started with Let's Talk Football. Nathan Stell asking to join. Obviously, we more.
Hey, come on.
Yeah,
come on. I'll make an extra steak. So you don't wind up with cars like me.
Right, abs in, as long as he got that air conditioning, we good to go. So, yeah, I'm with that. You already know what's going on. You already know, ladies and gentlemen. But look, we can't look, ladies and gentlemen, man. Look, shout out to Kyle Yacy. Said he's watching that. Kyle, tune in, man. Tune in. Hey, check
Hey, you better watch. I might bring some more. I might bring some more impersonations if I can figure out how to do some more.
Get them. Yo, you've already had people asking you to do different impersonations, this and that. Bring them. Hey, guys, my man Anthony's handles are at the bottom. You see, he's part of Zagniv Productions. He's created that as Mr. Fingers. Ball Pit Podcast. Doing his thing, man. Yo, guys, tune in because it's starting to blow up. Things are starting to really happen and turn around, especially with football season coming back. And I know I'm excited. I know you excited. Because we're going to be getting into this thing. We're going to get diving deeper into this. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to be nice.
As a matter of fact, this particular season, my wife and I have a tradition we started with our very first wedding anniversary. It just so happened. My wife is a Cowboys fan. It just happens. Hey, okay. Stop it. She watching right now.
Good. I hope she is watching right now. I hope she is. Okay, football team, baby. Football team. Let's get it.
Nah, she watching Netflix. I just looked. She watching Netflix right now.
Oh, okay.
But she's a Cowboys fan. And as happens, on our first wedding anniversary, Atlanta was playing Dallas.
Yeah.
And Atlanta beat Dallas. Alexander O'Neal. Oh, yeah. Yo, I'm fake, baby. Hold on. Alexander O'Neal used to get it in. Him and Sherelle. Anyway, the whole different conversation. The wife, let's see. So we beat Dallas by a lot. So we started what was called Handy Bowl. So Handy Bowl only comes around when Atlanta and Dallas play each other. As of last season, with that, I don't know what the hell it was, onside kick. That
the watermelon?
The
watermelon?
The onside kick that got wait a minute, Dallas is the one who kicked that onside kick, right?
Yeah, Dallas kicked it. It was the watermelon kick where they put the ball down and it just spun.
Right. And so that was the play that cost old boy his job. I don't know, like you again, you're football player. If you're football players, you should be able to do that thing. But anyway, every time that Dallas plays, yes, Handy Bowl. My last name is Handy, Handy, Handy. And so my wife's last name is Handy, and so our favorite teams play each other, so we call it Handy Bowl. That's anyway. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Good to hear, right?
I believe. Who is that? Because all I see is Facebook user.
Oh, that's my fiance. That's Kat.
Okay. Hey, Kat. So right now the record of Handy Bowl. Oops.
You got it right.
We a little loud, ain't we? The Handy Bowl record stands at 3 wins to 2 in the Falcons' favor, but I think this year Dallas is actually going to even it up. Dak is back. I forgot who they drafted. But Dak is back.
Micah Parsons. They got the Micah Parsons on defense, Jabril Cox. Because of bums. They're the Cowboys. I don't pay too much attention to
and then of course, didn't Hollywood Brown go there? Didn't Marquise Brown go to? No, Marquise Brown went to Baltimore, didn't he?
Right. He had Baltimore. They got CD
Lamb. That's who they got.
Yeah,
CD Lamb. Because Brown and Lamb are they're both OU guys.
Right.
But they got CD Lamb. Dak is back. Hopefully at 100%, at least for their sake. Now we don't know if Van Der Esch is going to be healthy to host. Have you realized that Van Der Esch has become the new Sean Lee?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I was thinking about that just the other day. They're studs, but they can't stay on the field.
Yeah, Sean Lee was like, "My work is done here. He's ready.
I shall move on."
The league, he shall carry on the tradition of the League of Shadows.
Right.
Anyway, so Handy Bowl 6, I think Dallas is gonna get that one. Anyway, the whole crew, Let's Talk Football, Roundtable, Washington Football Weekly, Ball Pit. We all coming together. We're gonna do this thing in a couple weeks. Mark your calendars. September 5th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central. In
the Fatal 4-Way Season Preview. I'm trying to do a voice with you. You doing all the daggone voice. I'm trying to give something.
Wait a minute. I got you. In a world where 4 podcasts come together as one. Shout out to my man Anthony Handy. Let's talk football. I don't know who that is, boo-boo. I don't know who that is over there, but he better put his shirt on. Mr. Fingers, from the creators of Let's Talk Football, Washington Football Weekly, The Roundtable, and The Ball Pit, starring Sean Spencer. Let's go!
Let's get it.
The shirtless wonder. Man, I don't even know how he fell. He just bust his nose. Mr. Fingers. I'm doing my best impersonation of Cat Williams, but it sounds like Medea. And Dave Ball. You guys are nuts. It's the NFL. I don't know. I'm done.
It's like, oh man, this has been
It was at this time that Anthony realized that he was probably going to need a Ricola after the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not gonna be good for any talking tomorrow.
Yeah, my homeboy called me Black Caliendo. I'm like, what the hell? That ain't even. What is that? That's
right.
I mean, I got it, but Anyway, we gotta shut this down, man. You realize we've been on for almost 2 hours.
Oh yeah. I let it play. Come on now. I ain't got no problem with that. Oh, for sure. Yo, shout out to Nathan. Got his podcast going on, man.
Yes,
Big
sir.
Nate podcast. Definitely. Everybody can eat for sure.
Nate Dogg.
Shout out to my fiance Kat. I'm loving it. Hearing twice in person and online. Yes, through the wall. It's all good. The walls are thin here. It's great.
To the wall.
To a sweat drop down my. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we got to wrap this thing up, man. Almost 2 hours in, man.
Nick, no. Hold on. Let me pause you for a minute. We ain't got to wrap nothing up. You know who got to wrap it up? Nick Cannon. That's who needs to wrap it up. Okay.
There it is.
I'm just saying, Nick having 6 babies by 17 different women at the same time. I'm not making that up. He's had 6 kids in the last 4 or 5 months by several different women.
Oh my goodness.
So he thought it would be fun to buy his buddy Kevin Hart a llama for his birthday. So Kevin Hart decided to prank him back and say something about, if you need birth control advice, please feel free to call my friend Nick Cannon. He took out several billboards in Los Angeles and put Nick Cannon's number on it.
Good God.
So when I say Nick Cannon need to wrap it up, Nick Cannon getting ready to have more kids in shorter time. It took Phillip Rivers like 12, 13 years to have all them kids.
Nick Cannon,
look, Nick Cannon getting ready to have an offense and a watch by the next presidential election. Nick Cannon will have enough children to field himself a full football team, defense and offense, with the associated coaching staff and the water boys and the cheerleaders and the people in the stands and the other people's over here and all of that.
The whole crew. The whole bunch of them. He'll be able to do it. Hey,
okay.
Do what you do, Nick. Hey.
He is. That's what the problem is.
Yep.
All this time, I thought he was joking about sleeping with them Wild 'N Out girls. Hey, look. He likes money just fine because he getting a check every month from Mariah. Nick Cannon got paid like Dr. Dre's wife is about to get paid. Hold up.
Wait. That's another one. Who's about to rake in that money? Yeah. Look, no, stop. No, we gotta go. We gotta get off this thing. I'm already sleeping on the couch tonight. Yo, we gotta get moving. Anthony, absolute pleasure being with you. Get down on this. We've had 4 or 5 people consistently watching all day. Shout out to Kyle Yacy. Just joined in, started watching us the whole show. Minnesota Vikings fan, Ablo, Nathan Snell, Cat Hughes, my man Jeff in the building. Man, they watching. The chemistry was there. The flavor was there. I cannot wait. I can't wait to what we got coming this fall, man. It's gonna be fire, man. Please believe that.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. Hey, so
I'm trying really hard to not let any more of my personality.
Hold up. No, wait. No, you got to do one more. I need you to do Sean Spencer closing out a show, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to this special edition of Let's Talk Football with my man. Shout out to my boy, Anthony Fingers, Shay, Zagnev, Shoes, Karaoke, Piano, impressions. He got his hands in a whole bunch of stuff. Thank you for stopping through. Shout out to my co-host, Janae. She'll be back. I miss you being on the show. Shout out to my fiance who's going to make me sleep on the couch because she can hear me and Anthony being all loud on the show. And we're going to close it out with, how do you close it out?
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I got to go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New music so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
Hold up. Normally we end it right there, man. But I got to, hold up, man. Hold up. He said, "No, I gotta show more teeth, Anthony." Sean smiles more than Dennis.
Let's go. And then this right here. Yo, like you took the Denzel thing, like the Denzel finger thing, and you turned it into it.
Yeah.
Yes. This show will be marvelous. It'll be great. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you.
Yes, sir.